Hi, this is Roseanne, and I'm proud to say I am George's sister. He and I grew closer when we started our families due to the 5-year difference in our ages and gender. I was living in Ocala when he had just started high school. I didn't have the privilege of witnessing all of his visits to the principal's office, all the trouble he got into, and the agony he put my parents through with his antics. My older brother Glenn just informed me that George was thrown out of the FFA. I even missed a few police escorts late at night back to my parents' house with George in the back seat of a police cruiser. I'd like to say that George grew up, got married, and had a family. Which of those statements do you think is not true? Correct. George never grew up. You see, he didn't want to grow up, and I remember conversations with Carrie where we'd both look at each other and ask, when is he ever going to grow up? After George's passing, and now watching videos and seeing many pictures, I'm so thankful that my little brother defied his age and remained a kid at heart. I tell you, that is the legacy that he left. Telling people to not to sweat the small stuff and enjoy life like a child, seeing things for the first time. George has many friends here today, I believe, because of his love for giving. He would tip a waitress $10 even if the bill was $10. He once gave a homeless man by the freeway a $100 bill, drove off before the man knew it was a $100 bill, and watched in his rearview mirror as the man was jumping up and down, waving the bill in the air as if to say thank you to George. Whenever George was invited anywhere, he would volunteer to pay for most of the food and drink or bring it. When George had spare time, he'd randomly text friends miles away and ask how they were doing. I know because they'd tell me. Sometimes he'd catch them in a low time of their lives and give them the old George pep talk. George loved his family and mentioned many times the kids can live at home as long as they want. In almost all of his pictures, he's with his family. He was our glue. He was family strong. He would forgive and resolve family disputes that he could. I have so many stories to tell, but there's not enough time to tell them, so I attached some videos he posted on Facebook that truly depicts his kid-at-heart lifestyle. They're not the most exciting, but they're silly and they're funny. Those that know George well knew he had a love for God and had no problem speaking about the word to others. They also know he had this love for fire pits, firecrackers, and I think anything that included a flame. He loved his dog, Mr. Bentley, and he loved to barbecue for the family. In this short presentation, you will see why so many people love George. He turned the ordinary into fun, exciting, and silly. You will see videos of him challenging a toy Ford truck and Chevy truck tied to each other, going in different directions and seeing who is the winner. You'll see him talking to a chicken. You'll see another of him doing a wheelie on his lawnmower. You'll see him get so excited over a shop vac. You'll see how he taught Brad to pull friends, Haley and Jason in this video, on a mattress. I chose the background song, Live Like You Were Dying, because we all know that's how George lived. My message to you, my brother George in heaven, thank you for introducing snow skiing to my family. Beach Mountain was fun with yours. For dropping everything to come and help me with my mom. Thank you and Carrie for the wonderful holiday get-togethers where you would feed an army and invite lonely souls. For letting me know when you were in town and we'd meet for lunch. Thank you for the funny texts that would make my day, for lifting me up when I was down. I'm going to miss you, but most of all, when I'm in a situation, I'm going to ask myself, what would George do? Well, maybe I should think that one over. I love you, little brother. That meant so much to the family, friends, and even strangers.
Yes. Giddy up, Mr. Bentley. Give that baby a ride.
Hey, let's set off a couple fireworks.
Sweet move. There you are.
Yeah, let's set off a couple fireworks. This dude's like running around and stuff.
You said I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me. And a moment came that stopped me on a dime. I spent most of the next days looking at the x-rays, talking about the options and talking about the sweet time. I asked him when it sank in that this might really be the real end. How's it hit you when you get that kind of news?
What's up, little chickie?
Man,
Come on in.
And he said, I
Come
went
on.
skydiving.
You know you want to eat dinner with us.
Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Blue Manchu.
It's not
And I
eating.
loved
You're getting a burger.
and I spoke sweeter.
People
and
food.
I gave forgiveness I've been denying. And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were
Get the chicken.
dying.
Here he comes, back in the house.
He said I was finally the husband, and most of the time I wasn't. And I became a friend would like to
I
have.
saw a couple big titties.
And all of a sudden going
I saw
fishing
lights on something.
wasn't such an imposition. And I went 3 times
Get the
that
car.
year I lost my dad. Well, I finally read the good book and I took a good long hard look at what I'd do if I could do it all again. And then I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Blue Manchu. And I loved deeper and I spoke sweeter and I gave forgiveness I've been denying. And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. Like tomorrow was a gift and you got eternity. Think about what you do with it. What did you do with it? What did I do with it? What would I do with it? Skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds. And I loved deeper and I spoke sweeter and I watched an eagle as it was flying.
This truck's gone wild.
And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. To live like you were dying.